Hi, WH Theater. Welcome to WH Theater. Well, I'm going to tell you all the classes I took. And some of these classes really have nothing much to do with theater, but some of them are very important to theater. One class I took in the fall of '74 was Anthropology, the study of culture. I'm going to show you some photos of it, if I can, best I can. Different people. And it was a class I had to take. It was definitely a must class. I had no choice but to take the class, you know. Here we go. And I felt a lot of these classes, you know, may not have anything to do with theater, but there's all kinds of clubs that involve anthropology. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what anthropology is, folks, so you have an idea. And there are classes, like I said, have nothing to do with theater per se. Anthropology is a scientific study of humanity, various aspects of human behavior, which is important when you do theater, obviously, culture, societies, past, present. It includes several branches such as social anthropology. You know, in other words, when you do theater, you have to be able to socialize well with your co-cast people. You know, you want to make sure you get along with them. So, anthropology did come in handy in the sense it did. I'm going to get out of this and let's go back to Facebook, where I'm actually getting some different photos also. But also, I want to tell you the exact meaning of anthropology, like I just said. It's like I was talking about science. What does science have to do with theater? Absolutely nothing. But sadly, when you go to a college, you have to take classes that don't have nothing to do with theater. Maybe it's a good reason for it, because my minor happened to be education. So yes, anthropology came in handy for me. It really did. Now let's see. Let's start talking about anthropology. Oh my goodness. Anthropology is the study of humanity, focusing on human culture, behavior, social organization, which is very important when you do theater, and biblical characteristics, both past and present. Okay, cultural anthropology examines human cultures, traditions, and societies. Anthropology studies past human culture through material remains, and artifacts. Physical anthropology explores human evolution, genetics, and biology. Linguistic anthropology analyzes the relationship between language and culture. Culture is a complex system of values, beliefs, practices that shape human behavior. Anthropology also details descriptions, cultures, often based on fieldwork. You got to do a lot of fieldwork with this. The study of the family, relationships. For example, I'm working on a family tree right now, which has been keeping me busy for many, many, many years. That's an example here. And I can go back as far as my great-great-grandparents. I was far back as my great-great-great-grandparents. So yes, but anthropology for theater is very important, because like I said, it teaches you how to socialize, you know, the right way. Because you're working with people close up, so you have to be able to make sure you get along with everybody. Now we have famous anthropologists. It's Bartholomew Maruzia. He developed the concept of frontalism. Clifford Geese, known for interpretive anthropology approach. Sorry about that. Margaret Mead studied cultural differences and their impact on human behavior. Ruth Benedict developed the concept of cultural relations. Isn't that something? Yeah, like I said, working on that family tree, I'm actually learning about my family's history and background. Like I said, it has nothing to do with theater per se, but in a sense, it does help when you have to socialize with people close up. When you do plays, you do a lot of. I've done thousands and thousands of plays. Work with many, many different people. I have to be able to get along with them, obviously. Development, understanding local cultures to inform development of projects, business, marketing, applying. Wow. Insights to understand consumer behavior. That you have to be able to get along with people as you go into a business too. Now, I had my mind, I was teaching, so I have to be able to focus on my students and know how to do it the right way so I can teach them. So I have to be able to, you know, mingle with them, socialize with them, I have to become a teacher. It could be pre-K, which I have to obviously mingle to very young children, or it could be seniors in high school. You have to be able to work with them. Environmental conservative studying human environment interactions to inform conversations, efforts, public health, living anthropological knowledge to develop cultural sensitive health programs. So yeah, anthropology was a requirement when I went to college, and I took that in the fall of '74, and I learned quite a bit. Believe me, in anthropology. From WH Theater, have a great day. And yes, a lot of classes have nothing to do with theater, but anthropology did help me socialize better with cast people. Because like I said, I did thousands of plays, so I had to work with a lot of people, obviously. WH Theater, have a great day.